Hello, I'm Ryan Callan and welcome to the second race from round 3 of the Virtual Touring Masters from the fictional Vitus Parc, and this is the reversed grid event, meaning that Tommy Oyala got the pole position courtesy of his 8th finishing position in the first race. Alongside him on the front row then Matty Orban with Matt Richards and Monroe in behind, while Rivio and Holm 5th and 6th. Chris Butcher in 7th and race 1 winner Toby Davis there in 8th. Yunt and Nyring rounded out that top 10. Nielsen, Gardner, Dobbing, Stenbeck, Adji and Vanian starting high up on the grid there. The field were all lined up ready on the grid then. And at the green light they all got away well. Field streaming into turn 1 for the first time. Unlike the first race, however, it wasn't completely clean as Reese Gardner ran in too deep into turn 1, clipped the back of David Yunt, creating a roadblock behind. Could have been a lot worse for Alice Durrell to avoid the situation. Now Chris Butcher was challenging Eunice Rivio for that 4th spot in the opening lap, and he dived down the inside into the chicane and took the spot away. But disaster struck almost immediately as a technical issue forced Butcher to pull aside. It also cost Rivio several spots. So here was the order at the end of lap 1. Oyala from Orban, from Richards, from Holm, from Davis, Monroe, Nielsen and Rivio. The rest of the field came streaming through. On to lap 3, and Davis was challenging Monroe in a deja vu of the opening race. Also on lap 3, Rivio was trying to challenge Monroe and got his braking all wrong, spinning the Alfa around and getting going once again. Now we were on board with Stenbeck and he was challenging Bradley Vanian, while up ahead Beck was also challenging Ethan Bass. Both M3s making a position. While another M3 of Matty Orban was coming under huge pressure here from Matt Richards. Matt trying to go past Orban, not successful, and then making a mistake on the inside of the curb after the jump, and he would lose 3 positions. Back to 6th. Well, on lap 5, Holm was challenging Orban. There was some contact down at the banked corner. Holm took advantage of the accidental contact, sweeping through at the fast chicane. But he got all out of shape and Orban wasn't finished, executing a fine manoeuvre down the inside at the final chicane. However, it was a fruitless move as the power of the skyline surged it past and led to them 3. Orban was in a feisty mood, however, chopping off the attacking Davis. Well, also on lap 5, Ethan Bass was going around the outside of Daniel Beck. This was the beginning of the Ockerclint Mustang train. And here it was, beginning to develop even more as Adji, Stenbeck, Beck, Vanian, Bass and Ockerclint all jostling for position. 3 wide in some cases. Beck was fighting back at Ethan Bass and he went around the outside with a great manoeuvre here on lap 6 to take 11th place back. Well, also on lap 6, here's Rivio and Nyring looking back from Anders Nielsen's perspective. Nyring tries to apply the power, gets out of shape, hits the side of Rivio and spins out. Almost coming to grief also was Matt Richards, while definitely coming to grief here was Bruno Sousa Ferreira attacking the back of David Yunt. Lap 8, and Davis now has powered past Matty Orban. also on lap 8. It was 2 for the price of 1 for David Hunt. Getting Adji on the entry and Vanian on the exit to make his way into position 14. Lap 9, and Tommy Oyala was still leading this race, and he was hanging on for dear life. Well, also on lap 9, as the Ockerclint Mustang train continued to grow, Daniel Beck escaped, going through on the inside at the fast chicane. While in the pack behind him, Stenbeck was about to come to a sticky end. Rolling the M3 at the final corner. Butcher had been siding his way through the pack and had caught this group now, taking position 17 at the start of lap 10, position 16 at the end of lap 10, and then position 15 at the start of lap 11. Now we're on board with David Hunt. He's following the battle between Ethan Bass and Jonathan Ockerclint. And as this group had grown, there was always a chance it was going to end badly, and it was about to. Hunt having to rejoin over the curbs, straight into the side of Bradley Vanian. Vanian dropping back to position 22 as a result of that. Now, on board with Matt Richards, and he was watching a great battle here between Matty Orban and John Munro. Matty Orban continuing his feisty mood, holding his M3 around the outside of the Scotsman skyline. Eventually, however, John Munro's better pace told, and a mistake here from Matty Orban let Munro through, but it also let through Matt Richards, who got both positions and was up to position 4. Before then, Rivio tried to get involved, and that was the end of Rivio's challenge for a podium position. On lap 13, the same part of the track, and Munro gets a tap from Orban. Orban backs off so as not to take advantage, and Nielsen this time is the beneficiary. Lap 13, and the battle for position 1 was hotting up. Hulme with an unsuccessful attempt to pass Oyala, and Davis nipping through. Now it was Toby Davis's turn to try and pass the stubborn Finn. Trying not once, but twice down at the bottom hairpin. Going through at the second attempt, but Toby, feeling it was an unsporting move, lets Tommy Oyala back through. To widespread praise from the spectators. However, now on lap 18, Adrian Hulme wanted that second spot back from Toby Davis, and he squeezed through at turn 1. And on lap 20, he'd actually gone past Tommy Oyala, but Oyala turned in and clipped the back of the skyline, retaking the position. Not to be outdone, Hulme then took the position away the following lap on lap 21, with 3 laps to go. Oyala getting out of shape, and Toby Davis taking full advantage around the outside of his fellow Cosworth driver. The final lap now then, and Davis was all over the back of Adrian Holm, just like he had been in the first race with Yunus Raivio. It was all about to go wrong. Pushing too hard through turn 2. Davis spun out of second spot, stalling the car, and he would come home 5th. Adrian Holm the winner then, his second win of the season, matching Toby Davis's total. Confirmation of Adrian Holm's win then, and Tommy Oyala scoring his best Touring Pro Series position since April 2011, and his win during the second season of Virtual Touring Masters at Trois Rivières. Matt Richards rounding up the podium, while a return to form at Anders Nielsen there in 4th. Toby Davis will be disappointed with his 5th spot, with Monroe 6th, Matty Orban 7th, and Chris Butcher doing fantastically well to battle back to 8th. Naring and Junt rounded out that top 10. While in the championship battle, it really is just a 2-horse race at the moment between Adrian Holm and Toby Davis, with John Monroe continuing his good season there in 3rd. The absent Eric Tveit has really harmed his championship, while Matty Orban has continued to pick up the points in 5th. Chris Butcher, the battling Chris Butcher, is in 6th overall, while Yunus Raivio's 2 disqualifications from Vitus Parc have really harmed his title bid, with Tommy Oyala rounding out that top 8.